First, the top news headlines. Chief Minister dedicates 8 projects to people of Senapati. Cabinet meeting held. Drugs worth rupees 165 crore seized. 6 nabbed with weapons at More. NESO to observe December 11 as Black Day across Northeast over CAA. And 402 fresh fatalities push India's COVID-19 death toll to 1.41 lakh. Hello and good evening. I'm ONEL SHAMBANDURAM giving you the Times of Manipur English News. Before we go to the main news, here is a COVID-19 awareness. As a responsible citizen, it is our duty to minimize the spread of coronavirus as much as possible. Wash your hands frequently with soap for at least 20 seconds. Using an alcohol-based sanitizer also helps keep the virus at bay. Avoid touching your eyes, nose and mouth. Avoid stepping out unless absolutely necessary. Always wear a mask before stepping out and even in your own home in the presence of outsiders, as masks have been proven effective in containing the virus. Maintain a social distance of at least 2 meters in public places. Now the news in details. Chief Minister Nongthombam Birain today inaugurated and dedicated to the public 8 projects at Senapati and laid foundation stone of 5 new projects. The government also held a cabinet meeting at Senapati District Mini Secretariat. Chief Minister also reviewed all projects undertaken by the government in the district and interacted with leaders of various civil society organizations there. The cabinet meeting at Senapati comes after N. Birain recently announced to continue Go to Hill mission. Birain had also announced introduction of Pradhan Mantri Street Vendors Atma Nirbhar Nidhi PMSVA Nidhi in respect of the hills during the cabinet meeting at Senapati.
I'm a higher secondary school. Hanaki building a sus harga loshindaba. Madulo Shalaga, Senapati district higher secondary school Matambagi. Adugi Portumalere, Adiki Zuko Veligi. Zuko Veli si ngarang handu so kwegi maugi sil nau sing mari mga high quality to busida. Sang tok sang sin am problem over aduna. Maudigi, I kwegi district minister in charge. Loshi dikho. Mangon the Sarsinare, Maudagina 15 kilometers Sangaga, Zukotabayaba, Adugi Lambi si within 3-4 months, Madu Siam Nanaba, Zuko Hogan Mayanabagi, Maduma, Aikoi, decision lowy.
Ngasi pangthokiba cabinet mifamna tongan ba khoi warep lokre amarom dana ngasi system nesagi khongchet asida khoi tongan bar project nipan khoi sangaramba aduga project manga amana jatra hunba sini ngasi phongdokhibada chief minister phongdo amada maruina khoi ngasi cabinet na khoi gi bala amdi bembembu khoi inspector gi thakta thabak pina bo form sing aduga khoi Senapati district koina tongan ba thabak sing paikana ba higher secondary school thamna ba at the same time sports complex lingna bo form sing asi phongdo lamki aduga makata na khoi Senapati district ki ate thabak thorom sing su leptana pahal kini haibisini Times of Manipur TOMTV ki dama cameraman Sana Galunena Jit Ningomba Times of Manipur Senapati.
A combined Manipur Police, Narcotics Control Bureau and Assam Rifles in a well-planned and orchestrated operation based on intelligence output raided 2 new locations in the border town of More on December 7 morning, during which narcotics and contraband items estimated to be worth over rupees 165 crore were recovered. Reportedly, 1 foreign-made pistol and 1 gun along with ammunition were also seized. During the operation, the combined team apprehended 2 Myanmar nationals and 4 Indian traffickers. With the mandate to curb cross-border smuggling through the porous international border with Myanmar, Assam Rifles has been in the forefront to combat narco-terrorism and insurgency in the northeastern part of India. As the War on Drugs campaign, a combined team comprising 160 personnel of Ukhrul Police, Narcotics Control Bureau, NCB, Manipur Rifles, Narcotics and Affairs of Border (NAB) and Forest Department now camping at Mulam Songfel today destroyed around 120 acres of illegal poppy plants at Songfel village in Senapati district, according to a report. The Northeast Students Organization NESO has announced that it will observe December 11 as a Black Day. Activists of the students' body will display black flags and black banners at important locations across all the Northeast states on December 11. It was on December 11 last year that the controversial Citizenship Amendment Act (CAA) was passed by the Parliament. The announcement has been met by Northeast Students Organization Chairman Samuel B. Jarwa. NESO has decided that there will be a display of black flags and black banners in all important places of 7 Northeast states. Samuel Jarwa said. Jarwa, recalling the passing of the Citizenship Amendment Act (CAA) in the Parliament on December 11 last year, said the government of India did not pay heed to the opposition of the people of Northeast and passed the draconian law known as Citizenship Amendment Act 2019 in the Rajya Sabha. NESO has therefore declared that December 11 will always be remembered as a Black Day for the whole of the Northeast, Jarwa further added. Today is the 261st day since India implemented a nationwide lockdown to help curb the novel coronavirus pandemic. So far, India has recorded 97,35,850 confirmed COVID-19 cases, including 1,41,360 deaths, a media report said. The country reported 402 fatalities in the past 24 hours, while a total of 92,15,581 patients have recovered as per the latest data from the Union Health Ministry. However, there are around 378,909 active cases in the country, which comprises 3.89% of the total caseload. Maharashtra, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh have reported the highest number of cases so far. However, infections continue to rise rapidly in states like Kerala and West Bengal. India's recovery rate continues to rise and now stands at 94.66%. The country conducted a 10.26 lakh tests during the previous 24 hours cycle. Globally, more than 6.81 crore people have been infected by the novel coronavirus and 15.55 lakh have died so far. Coronavirus infections in Manipur have climbed to 26,396 with 164 fresh cases reported in the last 24 hours. The active cases stand at 2,919. The recoveries have increased to 23,166 as per the COVID-19 Command Control Room of the Manipur government. The fresh cases were reported from Imphal West, Imphal East, Thoubal, Bishnupur, Kakching, Ukhrul, Tamenglong, Technopal, Kangpokpi, Senapati and Churachandpur districts. The COVID-19 Command Control Room said the new cases have no any significant travel history. 2 patients succumbed to the deadly disease in the past 24 hours, pushing the toll to 311. The recovery rate stands at 87.69% as per the data provided by the COVID-19 Command Control Room. Well, it's now time for a short commercial break. Stay tuned.
Thoibi,
Haza, cheng no slow. I call lo thogi.
Marks di.
Kaigi marks no.
Kaigi marks no bu kaino. Hujik oiriba COVID-19 gi laichit asida marks yauduna thokpa habase khudong thiningai natra.
Haza, I sukhange. I anaba minati. Marks laibada changadaba sel duna ko mathap ahau badum chathoke.
Nangi sidi lairik hairaga laishu khangdaba habaduni. Marks upana chinna tondagi tholakpa lok tinna chingba sing phajin gadori bane. Nushita yaramba amora kai singdo marks upadi hakchangna changakpadagi ngakthoktoine.
Adudi thaza. I marks amta upugige.
COVID-19 laichatagi thingnanaba chathokka matamda marks upiyu. Season nabiru raba disposable masking mapam chaba yenglaga mai thadokpiyu natragana phumjinbiyu. Fina same sajaba masking oiragana nimit khudingi suk samthokpiraba matungda da seasonnabiyu.
Isagi mamal yamlaba punsibu kansi amadi atopagi punsibu khudongthiba sidagi ngakthoksi.
Lamdamusida ihan hanbo oina miyamda kangla water gi 20 liter jar supnatagi lupa 10 da phanganjargani. Loina half liter bottle tara mangana saba pekta supnatagi lupa 63 da phanganjari. Khudong chaba si factory da laktuna lobirawa yagani. Akupa moral gidamak lengsin bidau Kangla Water Maibo Khul Mamang Lekai Imphal S 795002 Aikhogi contact number 8257888737.
Lamjingba Finance na COVID-19 na thogal liba khudong chadba mayam si usiraga collateral security yautana document chang dana yamna komo mongda loan fanganjargani shahida subnatagi chada tarani thoigi interest rate tap business loan against property vehicle loan commercial equipment loan commercial vehicle loan ki khudong chaba pisari han loan lobi ki basingi suwana gu makhal gi loan asi lobi khudong chaba pisagani akupa moral ki ma contact to below lamjingba finance nagamapal contact number 7085831502 natraga 9862629399.
Welcome back. Lamdan Kabui Village Authority today said village chief should always be hereditary claim. A press meet was held at the Manipur Press Club in Imphal in connection to the crisis pertaining to Lamdan Kabui Village chieftainship. Lamdan Chief M. Acham said that according to the tribal customary law, Kulakpa or village chief is appointed on hereditary claim. Acham informed that his father M. Taitongam, who was the chief of Lamdan Kabui village, had passed on the village head title to him on August 13 of 2014. The claim by one Kuripo to be the village head was unacceptable. Acham also added a gazette notice was also issued confirming he is the head of Lamdan Kabui village. Acham maintained that amid the confusion, a few individuals including Raita Panmei and Tabonang Ganmei recently called Kuripo as the village head through the media, which was an attempt to mislead the villagers. Acham claimed that a case is currently pending against Kuripo. Acham also clarified that he was not involved in the killing of one Namsin Liu. He alleged that Dr. C. Matthew, a professor of Manipur University, attempted to murder him in 2018 with a gun. Acham urged the authority to look into the matter and find out the truth. He also informed that he is filing a defamation case against Dr. C. Matthew, Matthew's wife Raita Panmei, and Matthew's brother Tabonang Ganmei.
Adu moina hujik mara lei haibigi mongda mangun aingonda yamna moina phajana insult tawrabanina madugi maramdu pruptu phajana moisi thigat hanbiro haibigi aina haya authority da ai complaint tawgani adu moisi thigat hangani ai si mara leibra leitabra haibudo miat padu ai senabra senabdabra tasena ai su miat padu yawbra haibudo karigumba madu yawram daba taragadi hujiki K. Matthew assistant professor aduga hujiki Rita maki nupi aduga magi hujiki Zonapo hariba wife manau nupi haibtare hujiki Tabona Gangmai haribse moye umgi mathaktai defamation suit thagani.
Moirang constituency MLA P. Sarat Chandra today paid a visit to some of the defunct water supply schemes in Kwakta area of Bisnupur district. Our correspondent reports the MLA met the trip in the aftermath of the TDM road ban imposed by All Kwakta Coordinating Committee, denouncing the government's failure to provide safe drinking water in Kwakta, Palm, Gram Panchayat and municipality area. All Kwakta Coordinating Committee convener Anish Ahmad, PACD Executive Engineer Rambo Puyam, Moirang Police SDPO El Sana Jauba, Fogakchau Ikhai Police Station Officer in charge KH Rajan, Khanganba, Kwakta Municipal Council councillors, social worker Anwar Ali and others were part of the team. The team inspected Charangpat Water Supply Scheme, Kwakta Tingel Pukri Chauba and Gothol Kwakta Water Supply Scheme. MLA P. Sarachandra assured that the government will provide safe drinking water to the residents of Kwakta very soon and that most of the works will be completed within January next year. He also informed that a ₹16 crore water supply scheme is in the pipeline to provide drinking water to every household in Kwakta area.
I tender si tu na loisilera kan da masi national bidding na chingba changbani na tender haiba process tu yaubani na madu loisilera kan da January gi aroi ba chayola dai da di aikoi hauba ngamna ba aikoi honasi haiba gi wakalon duni masina maram wairera kan da aikoi stele ba ward mapan gi sumba praja sing se mayum da toti sing piba chalakanda atopa public hydrant mayam queue da lepaga matamang budu nataba adugumba sing duni.
ICAR KVK under NEC Project 2020 Tupul Tamenglong today organized a training cum distribution of Rabi crops program under ICAR KVK at the Thangangong Village Court Conference Hall under Kopum subdivision of Noni district. The training program was organized to give training to minimum tillage of Phil P and Rapeseed, SMS Agronomy, Gaipuchung Kami, SMS Plant Breeding Organic Certification Process and Nutrient Management in Rabi Crops, Dr. Rabi Kolom, SMS Soil Science Disease Management in Rabi Crops, Dr. I. Bhupen Chandra and SMS Plant Protection Sunanda Huidram were the resource persons of the program, where around 40 trainees farmers were present. A book by motivational writer Bir Colonel Jelzet Thiam titled Namkhairo Nangi Pulsing was released at JCRE Global College, Babupara today. The book is published by Luwang Publications. Manipur Cultural University Professor Dr. Makhonmani Mongsaba, Director of JCRE Global College, Babupara, Lairenjam Niranjan, retired Chief Engineer of Electricity Department, and Babu Chan attended the book release program. Rural Mark, a new outlet to be run by Crafts and Social Development Organization CSDO and Crafts Artisan Development Association CADA, was inaugurated today at Handloom and Handicrafts Mall, Panthoibi Arcade, Wangkai Kechela Sangbi. The outlet was opened under the assistance of National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development NABARD Manipur Regional Office. During the function, CSDO General Secretary Thokchom Prameshwar said that the newly opened outlet will benefit weavers, artisans, farmers and self-help groups of the state. Prameshwar also expressed gratitude to NABARD for its contribution towards uplifting artisans. He added that all items of the outlet will be made by artisans and self-help groups.
Dindayan Antodaya National Urban Livelihood Mission ki makada semba SIG ki product mayam amasu koi sida thamjari aduna hai reba SIG singna puthokpa pothok mayam do mafam sida koina sales all in thamjaraga madugi order amadi koi mayam dagi bulk order leiba mayam sing logjarga adum laba artisan sing weaving ki semilon adu khara chakhun na bagida mukta CSD ona kasi singul rural mart asi koi marketplace adu. Well,
it's now time for another short commercial break. Stay tuned.
Lana Thauram Malem Taibang Laikolda, Aikoi Kwaki Rakta Tilamba, Yumnam Joy Kumarna, Magi Punsi Sengzel Loraduna, Magi Nusiraba, Imung Manung Sagai Natayamadi, Marumapang Kwai Pumna Maputadok Lamlaga, Haukiba Chaychat Kunmapan, Ta Taramatoi, Lisingani Kun, Hianga Gitara Marini Panba, Nong Maising Numita, Taibang Mapugi Laikolda, Lairang Lena Moinatin Cray. Chaliba Chaychat ahum tha tarani thoi lisingani kun hianga gitara nipani panba sagol sel numita mangani lehun tamjaraga Chaychat mapan tha tarani thoi lisingani kun hianga gikun marini panba yumsa kaisa numita lana thauram thokle numira sida lehidrabagi thawai na mapugi leikolda ingna chingna leirunaba ngamzaba hailei kharadang kachagadauri Thauramasada ahallaman marumapang khwai khibigna matam chana lengbirakduna saruk yabinaba pauzenjari Thauram pareng Pamba langba ayupung nipan makai, lai lukatpa ayupung tara makai, thauram maton lomba mairakatpa ayupung tara mathoi makai. Seba phangjari basing, yumnam ongbi Indrani mama, yumnam ongbi Asarani loinabi, Jayanta manaunupa, Nando manaunupa, Ibomcha manaunupa, Rambo manaunupa, Sivasan machanupa, Shailesh machanupa, Thongamba machanupa, Yuhenba machanupa, Rajen Kumar Masenupa, Suresh Kumar Masenupa, Arun Kumar Mayanupa, Kiran Kumar Mayanupa, Roshan Mayanupa, Kelson Sarma Mayanupa, Domba Mayanupa, Madan Kumari Manaunupi, Uma Manaunupi, Sonia Manaunupi, Juliana Manaunupi, Memcha Machanupi, Memtombi Machanupi, Nungsitoy Machanupi, Lanchenbi Machanupi, Inunganbi Machanupi, Nirvana Masunupi. Mafam kay samthong elangbam lekay lerak achoba.
Chan bijaynya hana nek takoi jik mana khalanya pante
kaino tawi duwa infection thokani na khutsu amdana korau ising phawba pithakpa yade ko mama gi khomlangtana tha taruk phawbadi angang gi amata ngaraba chinjak oigadabani hek pokpaga pung amagi manungda khomlang pithakpigadabani angang gi khoisisu kangna thambigadabani thau hine chingba amta tesin yade ko
Mapung maray faraklaba matamda masamo fananaba pokpada ngairiba angangbu ningthina naukonbiu
Khanghanjaba Tom Cable subscriber singda yamna nungaiba pau amatang khanghanjari madudi Tom Cable ase pay channel on bagaloinana tongan ba khudong chaba kaya pibata natana ayat apan yaudana ahenba services kaya piduna miyamgi thogal mapung fana tawba ngamjaragani subscriber singna isa gi connection gi thagi fee online gi khuthangda prepaid mode oina tidok piduna channel asibu apan ba yaudana nungaina yengbina banolukchari matau karamna online gi khuthangda thagi fee tv gadage haibadu makhada uchari ahanba step ta tomtv.co.in da changbiraga adongi set top box number du mention biraba matungda pijariba package lupa chahum yankai chamri natraga chamri yankai sidagi apamba package ama khanbiraba matungda pay online dan nambiu ani suba step ta adongi payment adu confirm tawbiraba matungda pay now da nambiu ahum suba step ta prefer payment methods khanbiraga payment tawbinaba khanghanjari ba Tom TV cable contact number 8132089758 natraga 8974279099.
Welcome back. 3 unidentified militants were killed and a civilian injured in an encounter with security forces in Pulwama district of Jammu and Kashmir today, police said. Media reports said security forces launched a coordinated search operation in Tiken area of Pulwama district in the early hours today, following information about presence of militants there, a police official said. He said the search operation turned into an encounter after militants opened fire on the security forces who retaliated. 2 ultras were killed in the initial stages of the operation and the civilian also sustained injuries during the exchange of fires between the two sides. The third militant put up some resistance before being neutralized by the security forces, he said. The identity and group affiliation of the slain militants was being ascertained, the police official said. "26 Assam Rifles posted at Fundrei in Thoubal district distributed wheelchairs and sports items to differently able students under its Civic Action Program Project 2020-21 today. Regional Institute of Handicapped Persons RAHP Yaripok Bamun Lekai organized the program at the institute's campus. Commandant of 26 Assam Rifles Colonel C. Vidyadharan, President of RAHP Yaripok Dr. Maibam Rajendra Singh, Sub-Deputy Collector Yaripok P. Lanchungpu Kabui and Medical Officer of Community Health Center Yaripok Dr. Nomita Devi attended the program. Colonel C. Vidyadharan distributed wheelchairs, carom boards, football, volleyball nets, basketball items, rackets and shuttlecocks to the differently able students of the locality. District and City Cell Bishnupur and Health and Awareness Center Kumbi organized a one-day awareness program on Do They Change How We Address Age and Aging at Kumbi Ground today. The program was part of the International Day of Older Persons. Wangu Borayangbi Jila Parishad member M. Brojen, Wangu Gram Panchayat Ward No. 1 member K. Sarat, Medical Officer in charge Kumbi PSC Dr. K. Bishwarjit, District Hospital Bishnupur Physiotherapist and Romita, HWC Kaibul Community Health Officer A.K. Susila and HWC Kumbi Community Health Officer A.K. Sosma attended the program. Physiotherapists and Romita demonstrated daily basic exercise of elderly persons to keep them fit and healthy. Blankets were also presented to 18 elderly persons during the program. ASA workers of Kumbi and staff of HWC Kumbi were also present during the awareness program. Medical Officer in charge of PAC Kumbi, Dr. K.H. Bishwarjit, speaking to media, said that it is utmost important to provide care and needs to the older persons.
Independence yam pamidon itumna tawuse yam pamjayuko halur paging ngamdawagi mina mating pangagasu satisfaction no phangdawa hai pien badu ngamdawa hai tare sugumba matam sida khoina kamaina moibu loina gadage sanagadage dagi sahi ka mari laina na narakpa laina sing hai tare for example dementia ani am kaugun base si hal kano ne sama do mograde dum thuwa ne mayamdugi khangnanaba ngasi sona thoramsima sinjaban.
Lungay gas stops were distributed to 160 families of 4 localities under Khatrigao constituency yesterday in a program organized by Sheikh Babu Mucha Memorial Trust. Chairman of the trust Nur Muhammad, Lungay proprietor Talim Arun Kumar and former Pradhan C.H. Yaima were present during the distribution program. Well, it's now time for another short commercial break. Stay tuned.
ꯑꯩꯍꯥꯛꯀꯤ ꯏꯄꯨꯔꯣꯏꯕꯅ COVID-19ꯒꯤ ꯂꯥꯏꯑꯣꯡ ꯎꯠꯂꯛꯄꯗꯒꯤ ꯇꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯔꯨꯕꯗ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯇꯤꯚ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯂꯦ꯫ ꯅꯛꯅ ꯂꯩꯃꯤꯟꯅꯔꯨꯕꯅ ꯑꯩꯍꯥꯛꯁꯨ ꯇꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯔꯨꯕꯗ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯇꯤꯚ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯂꯦ꯫ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯣꯝ ꯑꯥꯏꯁꯣꯂꯦꯁꯟ ꯇꯧꯕꯒꯤ ꯑꯌꯥꯕ ꯐꯪꯂꯕ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗ ꯗꯣꯛꯇꯔꯅ ꯍꯤꯗꯥꯛ ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯏꯁꯥꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯛꯁꯤꯖꯦꯟ ꯂꯦꯚꯦꯜ ꯆꯦꯛ ꯇꯧꯅꯕꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯑꯣꯛꯁꯤꯃꯤꯇꯔ ꯄꯤꯕꯤꯔꯛꯈꯤ꯫ ꯍꯣꯝ ꯑꯥꯏꯁꯣꯂꯦꯁꯟꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯉꯩꯗ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯏꯄꯨꯔꯣꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯛꯁꯤꯖꯦꯟ ꯂꯦꯚꯦꯜ ꯅꯦꯝꯊꯔꯛꯄꯗꯒꯤ ꯖꯦꯅꯤꯝꯁ ꯍꯣꯁꯄꯤꯇꯥꯜꯗ ꯄꯨꯈꯠꯈꯤ꯫ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯇꯤꯚ ꯑꯣꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯁꯔꯇꯤꯐꯤꯀꯦꯠ ꯄꯥꯏꯕꯅ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯍꯟꯅ ꯇꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯗꯅ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯃꯥꯡꯍꯟꯗꯅ ꯃꯈꯥ ꯇꯥꯕ ꯂꯥꯌꯦꯡ ꯆꯠꯊꯈꯤ꯫ ꯑꯁꯨꯝꯅ ꯑꯉꯟꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯇꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯊꯣꯛꯇꯨꯅ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯆꯥꯅ ꯂꯥꯌꯦꯡꯍꯧꯕꯅ ꯂꯩꯅꯥ ꯑꯁꯤꯗꯒꯤ ꯊꯨꯅ ꯐꯒꯠꯄ ꯉꯝꯍꯧꯔꯦ ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯏꯃꯨꯡ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯕꯨꯁꯨ ꯂꯩꯅꯥ ꯑꯁꯤꯗꯒꯤ ꯉꯥꯛꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯉꯝꯍꯧꯔꯦ꯫
ꯂꯥꯏꯍꯧ ꯍꯧꯔꯛꯄꯗꯒꯤ COVID-19 ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯒꯗ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯆꯤꯡꯅꯕꯗꯒꯤ ꯇꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯂꯥꯛꯆꯕꯅꯤ, ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯂꯥꯏꯕꯛ ꯐꯕꯅ ꯅꯦꯒꯦꯇꯤꯚ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯂꯦ꯫ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯁꯨ ꯏꯁꯥꯗ COVID-19ꯒꯤ ꯂꯥꯏꯑꯣꯡ ꯎꯕꯤꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯁꯣꯏꯗꯅ ꯇꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯊꯣꯛꯄꯤꯌꯨ, ꯅꯥꯕꯕꯨ ꯂꯣꯠꯂꯒ ꯊꯝꯕꯤꯒꯅꯨ꯫
ꯂꯦꯞꯄ ꯂꯩꯇꯅ ꯁꯟꯗꯣꯔꯛꯂꯤꯕ COVID-19 ꯊꯤꯡꯅꯅꯕ ꯇꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯃꯔꯨꯑꯣꯏ꯫ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕꯗ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯇꯤꯚ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯕꯁꯨ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯆꯥꯅ ꯂꯥꯌꯦꯡꯍꯧꯔꯕꯗꯤ ꯂꯩꯅꯥ ꯑꯁꯤꯅ ꯁꯣꯛꯆꯟꯗ꯭ꯔꯤꯉꯩꯗ ꯑꯗꯣꯝꯕꯨ ꯀꯟꯕ ꯉꯝꯒꯅꯤ꯫ COVID-19ꯒꯤ ꯂꯥꯏꯑꯣꯡ ꯎꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯃꯛꯁꯨ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯇꯤꯚ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯕ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯆꯤꯡꯅꯕ ꯂꯩꯔꯕꯗꯤ ꯁꯣꯏꯗꯅ ꯇꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯊꯣꯛꯄꯤꯌꯨ꯫ COVID-19ꯒꯤ ꯁꯤꯝꯇꯝ ꯂꯩꯅ ꯂꯩꯅ ꯇꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯊꯣꯛꯇꯅ ꯂꯩꯁꯟꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯏꯁꯥꯗ ꯅꯠꯇꯅ ꯏꯃꯨꯡ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯀꯩꯔꯣꯜ ꯂꯩꯀꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏꯁꯤꯡꯁꯨ ꯈꯨꯗꯣꯡꯊꯤꯕ ꯊꯣꯛꯂꯛꯄ ꯌꯥꯏ꯫
COVID-19ꯒꯤ ꯂꯥꯏꯑꯣꯡꯁꯤꯡ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯤ ꯂꯣꯛ ꯂꯥꯏꯍꯧ, ꯈꯅꯥꯎ ꯅꯥꯕ, ꯃꯅꯝ ꯃꯍꯥ ꯐꯥꯎꯔꯛꯇꯕ, ꯈꯣꯡ ꯍꯥꯝꯊꯔꯛꯄ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯅꯨꯡꯁꯥ ꯁꯣꯔ ꯍꯣꯟꯕꯗ ꯋꯥꯔꯛꯄ ꯇꯥꯔꯕꯗꯤ ꯁꯨꯡꯁꯣꯏ ꯁꯣꯏꯗꯅ ꯑꯊꯨꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯇꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯊꯣꯛꯄꯤꯒꯗꯕꯅꯤ꯫ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯇꯤꯚ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯕ ꯇꯥꯔꯕꯁꯨ ꯍꯣꯝ ꯑꯥꯏꯁꯣꯂꯦꯁꯟ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯔꯒ ꯒꯚꯔꯟꯃꯦꯟꯠꯀꯤ ꯃꯥꯏꯀꯩꯗꯒꯤ ꯚꯤꯇꯥꯃꯤꯟꯁ ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯑꯣꯛꯁꯤꯃꯤꯇꯔ ꯄꯤꯖꯒꯅꯤ꯫ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯍꯛꯁꯦꯜꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯤ ꯂꯩꯅꯕ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏ ꯑꯃ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯄꯨꯝꯅꯃꯛꯇ ꯑꯗꯣꯝꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯦꯡꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛ ꯂꯩꯒꯅꯤ꯫ ꯀꯥꯎꯕꯤꯔꯒꯅꯨ, ꯆꯤꯡꯅꯕꯕꯨ ꯂꯩꯕꯤꯔꯕꯗꯤ ꯁꯨꯡꯁꯣꯏ ꯁꯣꯏꯗꯅ ꯇꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯊꯣꯛꯄꯤꯌꯨ꯫
ꯁꯤꯅ ꯐꯔꯦ꯫ ꯇꯟꯕꯗꯤ ꯅꯠꯇꯦꯀꯣ, ꯑꯁꯦꯡꯕ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯑꯄꯥꯝꯕ ꯗꯔꯀꯥꯔ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯣꯁꯔꯤ ꯑꯥꯏꯇꯦꯝꯁꯤꯡꯗꯣ ꯔꯦꯗ ꯗꯦꯂꯤꯚꯔꯤ ꯑꯦꯞ ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯟꯅꯔꯒ ꯑꯣꯔꯗꯔ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯔ ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯦ꯫ ꯆꯥꯅꯤꯡꯕ ꯔꯦꯁꯇꯨꯔꯦꯟꯠꯒꯤ ꯐꯨꯗꯄꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯁꯨ ꯑꯣꯚꯔ ꯄꯦ ꯇꯧꯕꯗꯤ ꯂꯥꯏꯔꯗꯅ ꯄꯣꯠ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛ ꯗꯤꯁꯀꯥꯎꯟꯠ ꯄꯤꯕꯒ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯈꯨꯗꯛꯇ ꯏꯅꯥꯛꯇ ꯌꯧꯔꯛꯏꯁꯤꯅꯦ꯫ ꯔꯦꯗ ꯗꯦꯂꯤꯚꯔꯤ for you.
Now enjoy 20% extra on Kangla popcorn, Kangla Milky Balls and Kangla rings.
Kangla.
Welcome back. Kairang Mamang Lekai Development Committee has announced that it will not support Kairang and Komidok Sports Association Kaksa and urged the authority to abolish Kaksa. Announcing this to journalists today at Kairang Mamang Lekai Development Committee office, Committee General Secretary Korimayum Ningkem said that Kaksa was formed by Kairang and Komidok villages in the year 2010. Afterwards, an altercation took place during a sports meet organized by Kaksa, and since then, the association has remained defunct till that. Korimayum Ningtem also said Kairang and Komidok villages lie in different constituencies, due to which there are inconveniences in taking up developmental activities.
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯍꯥꯟꯅ ꯁꯄꯣꯔꯠ ꯇꯧꯖꯔꯝꯕ ꯀꯛꯁꯥꯗ ꯀꯥꯏꯔꯪꯅ ꯁꯄꯣꯔꯠ ꯇꯧꯔꯒ ꯀꯛꯁꯥ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯂꯩꯖꯔꯝꯃꯤꯕꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯀꯥꯏꯔꯪꯅ ꯉꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯁꯄꯣꯔꯠ ꯇꯧꯖꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ꯫ ꯀꯛꯁꯥ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯄꯣꯠꯁꯤ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯁꯥꯡꯅ ꯔꯤꯅ꯭ꯌꯨꯁꯨ ꯇꯧꯗꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯐꯪꯁꯟ ꯑꯦꯖꯨꯀꯦꯇꯤꯚ ꯕꯣꯗꯤꯁꯨ ꯇꯧꯗꯕ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯔꯤ ꯂꯩꯅꯕ ꯗꯤꯄꯥꯔꯠꯃꯦꯟꯠꯅꯁꯨ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯀꯛꯁꯥꯁꯤ ꯃꯨꯊꯠꯄꯤꯔꯣ, ꯈꯨꯜ ꯑꯅꯤ ꯌꯥꯅꯔꯒ ꯁꯦꯝꯈꯤꯕꯅꯤ, ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯇꯤ ꯈꯨꯜ ꯑꯅꯤ ꯌꯥꯅꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ꯫ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯀꯛꯁꯥꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯀꯥꯏꯔꯪꯒꯤ ꯔꯤꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯦꯟꯁꯤ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏ 12ꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯗ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏ 2ꯗꯤ ꯂꯩꯈꯤꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ, ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏ 10 ꯂꯩꯔꯤ꯫ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯦꯝꯕꯔꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯌꯥꯝꯕꯅ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯦ, ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯂꯩꯀꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯋꯥꯔꯗ ꯃꯦꯝꯕꯔꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯐꯝꯕꯤꯔꯤ꯫ ꯀꯥꯏꯔꯪꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯑꯄꯨꯟꯕ ꯗꯤꯁꯤꯖꯟꯅ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯉꯁꯤꯁꯤ ꯀꯛꯁꯥꯁꯤ ꯁꯄꯣꯔꯠ ꯇꯧꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ꯫ ꯑꯦꯅꯤ ꯀꯛꯁꯥꯅ ꯂꯧꯔꯛꯄ ꯀꯛꯁꯥꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯨꯊꯠꯄꯤꯔꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯖꯔꯦ꯫ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯂꯩꯔꯒꯁꯨ ꯀꯛꯁꯥꯅ ꯑꯦꯅꯤ ꯂꯧꯔꯛꯄ ꯗꯤꯁꯤꯖꯟ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛꯇ ꯑꯩꯈꯣই ꯀꯥꯏꯔꯪ ꯃꯃꯥꯡ ꯂꯩꯀꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯦꯔꯤꯌꯥꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯆꯠꯅꯔꯔꯣꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯦꯁ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯃꯤꯗꯤꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯈꯨꯠꯊꯥꯡꯗ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯗ ꯈꯪꯍꯟꯖꯔꯤ꯫
At least 6 shops were gutted in a fire at border Golchakar in Tripura's Agartala early yesterday. This was the 4th incident of fire to occur in the city within a month. According to the media report, the fire is supposed to have been caused by a short circuit in one of the shops. Reports added that locals spotted the fire around 3 a.m. yesterday and informed the fire service. Locals claimed that the firefighters arrived late on the spot, due to which the fire spread widely. Agitated local residents reportedly harassed the firefighters after they finally reached the site. Local MLA Surajit Datta visited the spot on Wednesday afternoon and spoke to the victims affected by the fire. Subdivisional Magistrate Asim Saha also visited the area and provided an initial compensation of Rs 5,000 to each of the affected shopkeepers. Similar incidents of fire had occurred in Radhanagar, Maharashganj Bazaar and Mat Chau Muhani Market in Agartala in November this year. Imphal West District Traffic Police continued its drive against traffic violators. Similar drive was carried out today at Pauna Bazaar of Kwairaman Market and North AOC under the supervision of Additional Superintendent of Traffic, Devananda. During the drive, people driving without helmet, side mirror, license and RC book were detained and fined Rs 24,400 was collected from 235 vehicles as fine. BJP Kumbhi Mandal today thanked Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh on completion of implementation of 1 year of inner line permit system in Manipur. The Mandal organized a Thanksgiving program. BJP Bishnupur District Committee Secretary Sanasam Premchandra Maite, BJP Kumbhi Mandal President S. Angosana and ward members attended the program. S. Premchandra during the function appealed to all to choose the right leader in the upcoming general elections likely to be held in 2022.
Aikoi the mankraba, namsin kraba, maron tok the baya, maron tok baya, the zivid my thumb kraba, akoi mirol sun kraba, among living bagi mahutta, nasidi, koi tonapana. I get shame basumbalam the mama shame honabada, tangabaki and the city tadra honabada, Nasi mangal and sin video, Maman Zang like a boom, Halmamal Mammy, saying but Hodanga, she manga, thing of his thing now. I think we pouch the Sakshan, no Waruswan, the Tabum to equal and can be the singer saying, Mahan Pigan or Habsima, Dollar Prems and then Disabled Wingana, Pigo Shalme.
The Mumbai Journal Unit of the Narcotics Control Bureau NCB carried out a major crackdown on the drug supply chain and arrested 2 major suppliers in connection with the Sushant Singh Rajput case. The NCB has also arrested a major drug supplier and peddler who has been identified as Raghel Mahakal. As per media report, Mahakal, who is one of the biggest drug suppliers in Mumbai, had supplied drugs to some of the top peddlers and is associated in supplying drugs that were consumed by late actor Sushant Singh Rajput. As thousands of farmers continue to protest at various borders of the national capital demanding the repeal of 3 new farm laws, a representative group of the union today received a draft proposal from the government on some key concerns raised by the protesters. A media report said the draft proposal has been sent to 13 farm union leaders including Joginder Singh Urgrahan of BKU Ekta Ugrahan, one of the biggest among nearly 40 agitating unions. Farmer Union have received the draft proposal from the government. Bharatiya Kisan Union BKU national spokesperson Rakesh Tikayat said he is one of the many union leaders participating in the ongoing negotiations with the government, the report informed. And before we wind up the top news headlines once again. Chief Minister dedicates 8 projects to people of Senapati. Cabinet meeting held. Drugs worth Rs 165 crore seized. 6 nabbed with weapons at More. NESO to observe December 11 as Black Day across Northeast over CAA. And 402 fresh fatalities pushed India's COVID-19 death toll to 1.41 lakh. That's all for now. Thank you for joining us. Keep watching Times of Manipur.